The countdown is on to Election Day. Voters will decide if the man who lives in the White House now will continue on for 4 more years or if there's going to be a change in leadership.
Oklahoma is smashing records for early voting this year and experiencing a surge in voter registration ahead of tomorrow's election. State
election officials say more than 437,000 Oklahomans cast ballots early, either by mail or in person. That's a huge difference from the 2016 election when 253,379 voted early. The state's voter registration numbers also skyrocketed ahead of this year's general election, increasing by 169,000 registered voters since January 15th and nearly 53,000 since September.
Tulsa County election officials spent tonight processing a record number of absentee ballots and will continue to process them tomorrow. Polling sites open at 7 a.m. 2 Works for You, Sierra Pizarro runs us through the checklist to make sure that voters are prepared before heading out the door.
Voters will see a lot of this Tuesday, long lines, but before grabbing a spot, how do you get to the polls? Voters without a ride can catch the free Tulsa Voter Van as long as masks are worn. Sign up at TulsaVoterVan.com. Once the ride is nailed down, there are 262 precincts open on Election Day.
On Election Day, the election board is functioning as normal, but we're not functioning as a polling location.
OKVoterPortal.OKElections.us has most of what voters need to know. After typing in last and first name and date of birth, find the designated voting location and get a look at the sample ballot.
You cannot forget your voting buddy. That's going to be your ID, but if it's out of state or expired, take your voter registration card instead.
And maybe you've heard about electioneering. Election officials ask voters to follow the law by not campaigning within 300 feet of a ballot box. This means no clothes, accessories, or material with slogans or names like these on them.
Just keep your fingers crossed that all will be well tomorrow, and I think it will be.
So Gwen Freeman and her team plan to arrive here at the Tulsa County Election Board before 6 a.m. on Election Day, Tuesday morning. Polls open, again, 7 a.m. They close at 7 p.m. Gwen Freeman says they don't expect to start seeing results until around 7:30 and say that it's going to be a long and suspenseful election night. Live in Tulsa, I'm Sierra Pizarro, 2 Works for You.